multi-billion-dollar nuclear project just north of Columbia nearly a decade ago left lasting impacts on South Carolinians and their wallets. Many still paying for the VC summer fiasco in monthly power bills, and multiple executives found themselves facing criminal charges, even prison time, because of their roles.
But today, some South Carolina leaders are hopeful this project could be revitalized, and they believe South Carolinians only stand to gain. State House reporter Mary Green has the details.
A report last fall from the Governor's Nuclear Advisory Council found the VC summer site behind me across the lake here in Fairfield County is in, quote, excellent condition. The expansion project was shut down several years ago before a single watt of new power was generated, and the two unfinished reactors on site are both less than halfway completed. But state leaders say there is now serious interest in finishing the job. Others are skeptical that's a good idea.
South Carolina is in the lead in the country for a renaissance of nuclear power.
Governor Henry McMaster says the VC Summer Nuclear Station in the Midlands plays a key role in that future. The Jenkinsville facility contains one functional unit, which has been producing power for decades. But a major portion of the project has long been assumed by many to be dead after energy officials pulled the plug on its failed addition of two more units several years ago. McMaster has taken a leading role in advocating for it to get new life.
This is a rare opportunity to do exactly that.
The governor urged South Carolina's members of Congress to fight for federal nuclear project incentives to remain available as they negotiated the massive spending package known as the Big Beautiful Bill, saying without them, our efforts to finish VC summer are dead. And shortly after, McMaster invited two members of President Donald Trump's cabinet to visit the site in Fairfield County.
All that money, millions, billions of dollars, is in the ground right there. And we could finish them up. We got a great head start already. We could finish them up and get producing power to meet the needs of the people of our state, and might not be able to do it without those incentives.
The first time this project was underway, it was a joint venture between state-owned Santee Cooper and privately owned SCENG, which Dominion Energy later took over. But both utilities have said they're not interested in getting involved again for their own needs. So who might? Possibly big tech, according to Republican Senator Tom Davis of Beaufort County, who has championed the VC summer revival in the General Assembly.
What you're seeing are these large hyperscalers like Google and Meta and Amazon willing to use their own balance sheet, willing to use their own money to complete the power generation that they need for their operations.
Davis points to the shut down 3 Mile Island nuclear site in Pennsylvania, which Microsoft plans to reboot to power its data centers. Earlier this year, Santee Cooper started soliciting interest from groups that could do the same at VC Summer. It says 14 parties submitted proposals and fewer than 5 were picked for further review. Santee Cooper says it expects to have an answer as to what VC Summer's future will be by the end of this year. Davis says private investment coming in would provide relief to South Carolinians who are still footing the bill for the earlier failed project, with the outside groups taking on the risk for this new iteration.
This is really a win-win.
Tom Clements, a longtime South Carolina nuclear watchdog, is skeptical.
There are a lot of challenges to restarting the VC Summer project, and they're simply not being adequately discussed, in my opinion.
Among them, Clements says, is the federal license that would be needed to operate the two unfinished units. An earlier license was terminated after the expansion failed, and Clements says obtaining a new one could be tough.
All the equipment and components at the site have not been monitored since 2019. So the supply chain record for nuclear quality material is going to have to be reestablished. That's going to be very difficult to do.
President Trump recently issued an executive order requiring this licensing process be sped up in the name of clearing red tape and burdensome regulations.
It's exciting, right?
Clements is concerned that relaxation could come at the cost of safety,
particularly of new reactors that might be built or old reactors that might be revived.
He's also dubious of the belief this VC summer plan will relieve ratepayers still on the hook for those billions in sunk costs, and worries South Carolinians will instead be strapped with even more expenses.
I can't see how they could do this project without getting money from the ratepayer. There's not going to be enough money from the government, and I don't think private investors are going to invest in a project that still has huge question marks around it.
But others, like Senator Davis, believe this is an opportunity the state can't pass up.
We have a unicorn here in South Carolina.